somebody asked for me to record talents, so I'm not exactly sure what they were asking, but simple enough just for me to show my talents and maybe try to explain a little bit um, of what the best talents are in my opinion, and hopefully guide some of the younger archers out there. So first of all, of course, the obvious one, Holy Seal. Um, Honestly, Holy Seal sucks until you max it out. I personally don't use it unless somebody tries using it against me, then sometimes I'll use it back. Or if I'm in group arena and somebody chaos runes me, I'll use Holy Seal. Since everybody in my party is capped, I won't be stunning them, but there is always the off chance that I could stun someone on the other side. So, but other than that, I believe in fighting fair, and I don't really see Holy Seal as being a fair fight. Up here, stealth decreases your damage. That's kind of a no-brainer. That one everybody should want, regardless of what your playing style is. That should be one of the first ones you concentrate on. This is another one that to me I felt was really important. I leveled up as one of my first ones, because obviously the more damage you do with Bloodthirsty, then the more HP you get back also while dealing damage, and it also shortens the Bloodthirsty strike time. So that one is a really important one. This one, Delphic Death Star, I rarely see archers use this. I never use it because I think it's a huge waste of rage for not very much damage and a small chance to stun somebody for one round. If you're one of those 2 or 3 people out there that actually use this, then maybe this talent would be useful for you. It shortens down the cooldown time a little bit. As you can see, even at level 10, it only shortens it by 14 seconds. I think that skill is a big waste of a slot. I never equip it, although occasionally I see people use it in group arena, and yeah, you might be able to stun somebody for one round, but that doesn't really do anything. And then they just attack you again the next round, so, and you've lost 100 rage. Scrutiny. Excuse me. Scrutiny is a decent one, but I would concentrate more on working on your Holy Seal level and stealth and instinct before you work on Scrutiny, because all it does is after you use Arrow Strike, it gives you a chance to increase your crit damage. As you know, archers thrive on crit, and so your crit damage should be pretty high anyway. But for me, the way I look at this one is it doesn't give you a solid stat. It gives you a chance to have a chance of something, and I don't like wasting things on that. But as I said, you know, once you start maxing out everything, that occasional little bit of damage boost is nice, but it is, I rarely ever see that one actually proc. There's another one I rarely ever see happen. Armour Piercer has 14% chance to cause the next skill attack to be a crit hit. Normally by the time you see this, you would want to follow it up with your Delphic or another massive damage boost, but damage hit. But by the time you notice that it's procured, you've already selected your next attack anyway. So this one is also somewhat of a useless one in my opinion. Potency. This one, although it says it has a 25% chance of decreasing rage consumption of Armour Piercer, this one seems to work a lot. I love this one for World Boss and for other things that you have to do a lot of damage in, like Necro and stuff like that. So this one can be useful, so that when you use, I always follow up multi-shot with Armour Piercer when I have that skill set on. And when this procures, when this procs, you can immediately use Armour Piercer twice in a row, and I think it costs me 2 rage to use Armour Piercer at that point. So I mean you could really use it 3 times in a row, but normally I go Arrow Strike, multi-shot, Armour Piercer, and then if this works, I use Armour Piercer a second time, and then go back to maybe multi-shot to try to get this to proc again. But yeah, this one is very useful. Perception. Shortens Incendiary shot cooldown. This one is somewhat helpful and somewhat not. Really, when you use your first talent of this, it shortens it by, if I remember correctly, it shortens it by like 16 seconds. And so Incendiary lasts for 3 rounds, and ultimately by the time those 3 rounds are up, your Incendiary is going to be ready anyway, most of the time, unless you have a mob that does faster attacking. But this one, yeah, don't go all out on it right away. Maybe use 1 talent on it near the beginning, and then wait until you get some of these other more important ones capped before you go back to this one and cap it. Lunatic Fire cooldown reduction. That one, the only place I really find it helpful is in an MPD, when I'm with when you have one of those little side dungeon things that brings up waves of mobs, and it'll give you like 4, and you kill those and it brings out 4 more, and then you kill those and it brings out a 3rd wave of 4. This particular talent can help with that, because you kill that first mob, that first wave, and then you use something like multi-shot or arrow strike or whatever, and then by the time that is gone, then Lunatic Fire is ready to be used again. So normally with the party I have, I one-shot the first wave with Lunatic Fire, and then my party is hitting the second wave, and I hit maybe a shot with Arrow Strike or whatever, and then on that 3rd wave I pull up Lunatic Fire again, and then one-shot the 3rd wave. So this one can be useful, but it's another one that is not really that useful, so don't really spend a lot of your talent points on that yet. Work more towards just, and this, like I said from the beginning, this is just my recommendation. You know, obviously you have to level Holley Seal to keep leveling your talents, but until you're level 80 and capped, there really is no point in camping and working on your Holley Seal, because there's always somebody higher level than you, and as soon as somebody is 1 level higher than you, they can stun you. So there's really no reason to sit and camp just for working on your Holley Seal. That's retarded when people say stuff like that. But as far as what talents to work on, you know, obviously Holley Seal you have to, and then Stealth and Instinct are really your 2 big ones. I think that pretty much covers everything I can say about talents. If you have questions specifically about talents, just message me on here, and I'll do my best to answer your question for you.